My name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.
Racing takes place out at Hollywoodbets Scottsville on Sunday, and we've got 8 races on the program, with race number 1 set to get underway at 12:30 over the 1200 meter trip. 8 races, which means the bar pot will commence in the first race on the day, and this is a maiden plate that will get proceedings underway. And joining me in the studio is Dees Danan. Before we get to Dees, and we've got a rerun for you, and then a couple of interviews.
And that leader is still Buoyant Knight on the outside, Eldrag. And now the Shepherd's been asked to run, is going to come around them. Then comes Lucky Murphy, but it's still Buoyant Knight past the 200. Eldrag's trying to make a race of it. The Shepherd's back in third, but Buoyant Knight is still on the lead here from Eldrag and the Shepherd. And it's Buoyant Knight who has won at second, Eldrag. The Shepherd runs third, and Putalicious ran into that fourth spot.
Yeah, look, he's a nice horse. Haven't really pushed him. He was actually due to run a month and a half ago, but he got injured on the float. So the main objective is that we have a nice travel to the races, because he's a little bit scared of the float. So we've done a few things for him to help him get him there. So I hope we get him there. Yeah, he'll need a little bit further. He'll be a bit green, but he is a type of horse. Don't leave him out the quartet, because he can be running on nicely. Yeah, look, he's a big horse, very immature horse still. He needs to go further, but he's just going out to get the experience and come on from that run.
Yeah, he's been running well. He's got the 4 kg claimer on, and let's hope he can find the winner's box. There are a few first-timers, so you never quite know what's there, but expecting another good run from him.
Yeah, he's a lovely, big, scopy horse, very immature. That's why he hasn't run yet for us. He's going to need a couple of runs before we're going to see anything from him, I believe, and probably also going to need much further.
Well, your favourite in race number 1 is horse number 10, the Shepherd, and we saw the Shepherd in that rerun when finishing third behind Buoyant Knight. He's at 15-10. Gavin Larina gets a ride here for Peter Muscat. It's 5-1 about Eldrake, 6-1 and Better Barlos. Dees, firstly, how are you doing? And race number 1, obviously last time out the Shepherd was a runner that started in the red, but eventually drifted out and was not good enough on the day.
Yeah, all fine, really looking forward to this race meeting, and now it's a build-up to the Betway Summer Cup, and we had the final field announced. The race card is out as well, so it is going to be a massive build-up to what promises to be one of the race meetings of the season, because there is plenty to play for on Saturday, and we look to build up a pool from this Sunday into Friday and hopefully have some cash to invest. Yep, coming back to your question about the Shepherd, it's worth noting that after his promising debut run, that he had that incident at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, the track he's back at, where he was examined at the start and passed fit to race, but when the starters said go, he said no. He was way out of his ground, and upon inspection of that start, he was declared a non-runner. So that's the run that's actually missing in his form line. But they gave him the time off, they reschooled him, they brought him back to the track last time out, and yep, the writing was on the wall if you are a betting follower, because he was right out in the betting. And he still ran a good race. I think he was entitled to be a bit soft and maybe in need of it. And it was his first time at Hollywoodbets Greyville. So it wasn't the worst of runs. That run would have brought him on. With regards to how he behaves on the day and how he goes in and loads, I think he's got the experience of Gavin Larina. And if he jumps on terms, I think back at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, he's a massive contender for top honours. But in the bar pot, I've included 3 runners. I'm going to include number 2, Gorgeous Sky. Forgive him for that last start. Of course, he was just eased out of the race by Kelvin. I think you'll see a better run down the lane. And then number 4, Eldrake. Well, purely on that run behind Buoyant Knight, it'll be foolish to discount his chances. We know that the improvement is with 10 ahead of 4, but the claim 4 could be the key. And Alison Wright, you're looking good in that hat. Looking very good, Alison, in that hat. And hopefully your horses run well on Sunday. So I'm going to go numbers 2, 4, and 10 here.
Yeah, I think those are the right 3 horses in race number 1. Nothing significant to report with regards to the first time, as you heard from Nicolette. Number 1, Future Saint, possibly worth a quartet inclusion. But I agree with these 2, 4, and 10. Those are the principal contenders in race number 1 and the runners that should fight out the finish.
Good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.